Greetings, welcome to ruralvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property I'd like to show you. This one is in southeastern Arizona. It's in Cochise County, Arizona. It's been on the website for a little bit, so I changed the price, made it a little bit easier. It's now $99 a month for 24 months. So let's look at this one. It's 4 acres for 99 bucks. You can pay $99 and you can move into the property the same day. And then it just keeps charging you for 24 months. So this is it's a split. So the description is the APN number and then parcel H. So if we pull up the cartoon of the split, the diagram, I'll pull that up. So parcel H is over here, and as we get into the maps and things, you'll see that there's a road on the western side of this. So you've got access through the road on the western side of this. It's 264 feet north to south and about 660 feet east to west. It's I drew it up as the you know the eastern half of this piece of land, and the 700 or the southern 264 feet of the northern 792 feet. So the surveyor would measure off the top 792 feet down and then 264 feet up, and you'd get the bottom line, the top line, and then he'd measure out the where these lines are and figure out where the center point is, and from there you can get the two sides. So I mean, I can give you all the measurements and stuff if you want to do it yourself. There's a road corner here too, so you could kind of go off of that if you want to get close, or just use the GPS coordinates to get to the center of the property on the website and take it from there. So the taxes are about $42 a year roughly. Let's get the GPS going. Let's look at the buy now and make sure it's working. So it's $99 a month, and you can put your title information in there, whatever name you want to own the property and what tax address you want the taxes sent to in the future. While you're doing the payments, I'll be contacting you along the way. Okay, here's the next tax bill. Do you want me to pay it and bill you, or you want to pay it, or and then just hit next and put your credit card, debit card in there, and it's yours. So let's look at the property. It's slowly coming along. To the south is Douglas, so there's Walmart down there. There's lumber. Forget the name of that lumber shop, but there's a well. See if I can get it to work better. I found Douglas Lumber, Maine. That's not what I wanted. So just down the street, it's 18 miles, 15 miles, 15, 16 miles to get to the local hardware lumber place. You probably buy nails, screws, and basics. And then if you want to go to Home Depot, let's see. You can get a lot of this stuff delivered too. You can just shop online, get it delivered, right? But if you really want to go over to Home Depot and look at what kind of tile they have, and different paint colors and stuff to build your house, there's a couple routes: 59 miles through Tombstone, or 64 miles through Douglas to Sierra Vista Home Depot, or 70 miles if you want to go through South Bisbee, Miracle Valley. There's a couple routes you can take. So Sierra Vista is over, a little over an hour away, and you can get to Home Depot. But I think you can get 2x4s and the basics, plywood and stuff just down the street, 15 miles down the street. So there's schools over here. There's elementary school in McNeil. There's high school and stuff like that in Douglas. And it looks like a pretty nice road that goes up this way. I think it's paved, at least the Highway 191 part, and then where you turn off, let's zoom in on that. Then I think you turn off the 191. We might be able to get street view here. Yeah, look at that. We can get street view. Let's see if we can see the turn off. Did we just miss it? There's the turn off. So here's a view of the countryside. You get some grass and some little bushes here and there. You get these mountains off in the distance. Well, this is taking a different timeline. This is when it was dry. No, the road goes that way. It's paved. We'll look at that in a sec. But, so you get these mountains off in the distance. I think it goes over towards the mountains and get closer to the property. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like there's a paved turnoff. I was thinking it turned to dirt right there. See how far it goes paved. There's different houses, you know, people building houses all over this area. Not all over, but, you know, scattered houses through the area. I wonder how far it goes paved. So this is getting closer. You're seeing some mountains off in the distance. West Glen Road. I might have to go back to the thing and get some more GPS because I clicked so many times I'm not going to be able to find the property. So let's start over. So we did the 191 to West Glen Road. Where's the West Glen? Over here? I think that's West Glen. And then it shoots up on Leslie Canyon. I don't think Leslie Canyon is paved or has map view, street view. Yeah, Leslie Canyon doesn't. But yeah, you take Leslie Canyon, the roads get smaller and smaller. You get further and further away from the people, and then you drive by this big chunk of rock here. You go up and around it, and there's on the maps there's a floodplain that goes right here south of the property, but it doesn't go on the property. It goes south of the property. There's some knobs over here, knobs over there. Yeah, so you drive up, around, down. Looks like it's got some of those same grasses we were just looking at in the previous road. And the road's right on the side of the property. And the stream's down here. And 3D, I think, is what we should be doing. Here's a house over here. So someone built one not very far away. They figured out how to do it. So here's some rocks over here. You can look up at that. Looks like the earth crust went stuck out. I don't know. Slowly eroded away. And there's some of the knuckles sticking out. You can see that. See how it used to be the top, right? So you get some nice topography there to look at. And I think if I go around this way, you've got Leslie Canyon National Preserve. Here is these mountains. And if I zoom out some more, you got the Chiricahua over here. These Chiricahua Mountains. Those are some big, beautiful ones. There's a lot of nice pictures, hiking, in both of these spots. So that's where the property is. $99 down, $99 a month. Let's go look at some other lot lines. So here's that funny looking thing. Here's the hill. So it was originally 40 acres. We're talking about the east half. And I think right now, as I'm making this video, there's a property just to the north of it for sale for 4 acres, and just to the west of it for 4 acres. So you could put 12 acres together through here if you wanted. I pulled up Cochise County, explore Cochise. I've been, I don't know if I say following or not, but watching this Instagram account because they take a lot of nice pictures around Cochise County, and I'm always looking for pictures, right? So they wonder what that is. They have a museum, Benson Museum. So this is a museum in Benson. So what's really going on this time of year is the birds are down from the north, right? They leave the cold weather and they come south for the winter, and this is where a lot of birds end up. So you get these nice looking birds that are probably used to northern Canada or something in the summer. And just like people, they like to get out of the cold weather, you know, migrate south. So this is one of the areas the birds like to come. And so you get all these beautiful birds, right? Look at that guy. That one looks like it came up from Costa Rica or something. Some old Adobe stuff. There's a lot of wine happening in Cochise County because the land's cheap and you can plant grapes in lots of the areas and run with it. Just different activities. More birds. Look at the colors of that thing. I mean, it looks like it escaped from somebody's birdhouse. Doesn't look like a wild bird. And then they've got sandhill cranes. This time of year, there's about 25,000 sandhill cranes that come into the Lake Wilcox. More wine stuff going on. Wine events are happening. Chocolate. Mountain biking. There's a lot of mountain biking. No idea what that is. More birds. Oh, there's a good view. So there's some view of the mountains in the area. That's a classic view of the area. Big blue skies. Let's move on. I pulled up houses, energy efficient Arizona houses, and this is the one I get. I keep running into this design. I keep clicking on it, maybe because of the color. It's just so bright. I'm on houseplans.com. This one's it's bright. I don't know if you noticed, but there's no railing on this deck. In California, you can't build a deck without a railing. Same thing in Michigan, where I grew up and everything. It's like you always want to look out at the water, and you got to build this railing right in the way. I don't know if that's proper or not, or they just built it and they haven't put on a railing yet, or I don't know. But Cochise County, if you build a house, build a deck, you build a whatever, and you got 4 acres and above, there's no inspectors. So if you wanted to leave the railing off the deck, you could leave the railing off the deck and no one's going to bother you. Now, it might not be a great idea for having parties and stuff if someone falls off and sues you, but the inspectors aren't going to tell you otherwise. And that's the nice thing about Cochise County. So let's take a look at some of these pictures. This is an idea to get the wheels spinning, that you can buy house plans on the internet. Just like you can buy land on the internet, you can go on here, houseplans.com, or there's other websites like them too. House plans just seems to work easier navigating through for me. And you can pick out some plans. And you shouldn't pick it out by the color, because you can make them whatever color you want. But this is a pretty ugly color too, but it just jumps out as a simple, basic house. Using slate, nice and cheap. Some easy colors on the inside, nowhere near as bright as the outside. Tongue and groove ceiling, big beams, modern look, modern appliances, modern countertop stuff. Just nice, open, clean looking house. And so they do, the floor plans, lots of deck. I like lots of big deck because this is nice weather. You're going to spend a lot of time outside, right? So you want to transition, like, look at this. The kitchen transitions into the porch. You got doors, windows, and stuff. You could probably pass the food right out there to the grill and then pass it back and get spices and utensils, go right back and forth between the grill and the kitchen. The dining room's right there. The living room goes out into the deck. Master bedroom, goes out onto the deck too, so it's just very user-friendly kind of place. And it's not that much square footage. What is it, 800 square foot? So it's an easy one. 2x6 framing, grill deck, sun deck, probably just deck. $825 for the plans, or pay some more and get a bunch of copies if you want a bunch of copies. You can get digital ones. Yada yada. There's the pictures. So you can go look at that if you want. The property is back on my website. So if you click the link below, you can get to my website and to this property. The link is down in the description, and you can click on the purchase. Oh yeah, here's the flood zone I was looking at. So this is like the mapped out official flood zone just south of the property. And this property's up here. There's East of Canada down and in. The road goes through and out. Or it goes here and out. So it doesn't go through the streams. It stops before and goes out. Yeah. Okay. So if you want this one, click the link to buy it now. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. And a bunch of contact information on the website, ruralvacantland.com. Or put it in the comment box below. I try to answer those too. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And see you in the next one.